surefire way to improve your work is to do regular master copies. The great beauty is we're doing an edited version of the landscape. Today I was going to have a go at The Farm by Charles Condor, painted in about 1891. It's truly a little masterpiece. So let's see how I go.
Hi, hope you're enjoying the video. If you want more in-depth painting tutorials, click on the link in the top right to learn more. Paint with confidence, sign up to Patreon today.
This was a very dynamic scene. I actually didn't realise there's actually two small horses laying down in the mid-distance, which when I was doing it, or the 50 times that I've actually studied this painting, I didn't even notice they were there. And if I ever put Condor's approach and work into context, I would say in a musical sense he would have been a jazz musician. His work with when it comes to explaining things and of visually explaining things, and the way that he used his treatment of paint and placement of shape is really out of this world. He truly was an incredible painter and quite an influential painter on the Australian scene when he was here. But he went on to bigger and better things when he went back to England. So important to get these small little darks in. They're probably the trickiest part of the painting, to be honest. Not to make them too strong or too powerful. And the one good thing is, whenever we do a master copy, we take that information, what we've learned, with us onto our future paintings. Not that we'll ever find a scene exactly like this, but the concept of going to that lovely blue in the background and then just subtly coming through, you can see those reds. He used his use of colour beautifully. And to really finish it off was the pink flowers. I think I've always used some pink flowers here and there, and because I've always felt it is a colour that's not too bright and in your face and powerful and overpowering, but it's a lovely light value that really does grab your eye. And I think that was the part that I always gravitated to when I was studying this painting, which I believe is called The Farm in Richmond, which is about 30 to 40 k's or about an hour's drive west of Sydney. And there is a little shed back in here, the big hay bale, the old-fashioned hay bale, which you don't see too many of those anymore. And it was quite daunting, I have to admit, because it was only when I started that I thought, oh my goodness, there's so much in this. There's so many little variations, and I think that's where I really sort of understood just how brilliant Condor was with sort of all that placement of shape and layering. He used his colour beautifully. And he was quite the maestro of moving the eye and getting that lovely lyrical sense to his work. And we're just making sure we get a range of those colours that he was using. And it gets quite light in the foreground there. But he's got ducks and chickens, two figures in the mid-distance, which I think I mostly just put the one in. And when I was a younger painter, it was recommended for me to have a go at the master copy, but I thought it was cheating, and I've probably mentioned that before, but it does seem. But when you think in musical terms, it's a bit like playing someone else's score or song. And that's how the arts, I believe, have improved and grown over the years and centuries. And painting probably has a really good pictorial history of the last thousands of years. We go back to the simple cave paintings. It's a visual way to describe, or it's a way to describe visual shapes, I should say. So just loading those pinks up, still looking at the actual shape, where the shape is moving the eye to. And you can see Condor would have brought that little figure in right in front of that nice dark. And there's the fence line coming through. And ultimately it's good to not have a time limit. So I was a little sort of restricted by time. And that sort of goes with most of the YouTube paintings. We don't have 5 or 6 hours. So a lot of this is set up. I'm getting those big areas, then to bring in the smaller shapes of, say, the figure, these ducks, the little highlights on the fence. He had a marvellous arrangement of big to medium-sized to small shapes, and he's interlocked them brilliantly. And I believe he was only in his early 20s when he painted this. Just showed his promise. And I think there's some pigs over there which I've probably made them look a little bit more like sheep, brown sheep, but I was more looking for placement of shape for some of the areas that I was painting. But it's really getting to the stage where I was starting to be able to relax and really enjoy the process. Because I find with just about every painting, there's no guarantee of success. There's always that little element of uncertainty, and I think that's a good way to live with your painting, is to keep looking for new things, new areas, new ideas, new subjects, of course. And there's still some farming in these areas because it's actually on a bit of a floodplain as well, unfortunately. So this farm possibly got flooded at some stage. It's a very fertile area, so you can see just by Condor's description of the area and the farm, just how fertile. But have a look at the arrangement of shapes that he had. And one shape is leading into another, superimposing those darks, and then the light of the hay bale and the hay shed. This one, and it was fantastic to see it in person, but it was just a great pleasure to do this painting as well. So it's just putting those last little touches on, and then we're just about finished.